Yes, I'm also doing one as well. Summer Anime 2022 gave us weebs some interesting anime genres this year, such as action, drama, ecchi, isekai, mystery, fantasy, supernatural, and adventure. But nothing has prepared us for what's to come for this year's anime fall seasonal. Fall anime is here and oh boy is it stacked, but first here's a list of sequels that I haven't watched or can't yet that comes out later this seasonal. The first anime for this seasonal is about this silly raccoon dog named Maid that wants to continue the Tanuki's tricks. Maid, able to transform into a human being, sets out on an adventure after hearing her father's stories about when he went to Osaka. But after Maid travels to Osaka, she finds out her beloved Osaka of the stories that her father once told her in the past has changed. Maid dreams of tricking humans gets shattered and finds refuge in a theater, which then Maid meets a lady named Bunko, later finding out that Bunko is a Rankugo. Maid is now determined to learn the ways of a Ranko to cast a spell on humanity. But first, Maid must convince Bunko to take her on as an apprentice. Every time such animes with Japanese puns, jokes get aired, I cannot watch it without being impressed by how well the translations is done. The joke might be changed a little, but it still makes sense and fits the story. This anime is purely to watch for fun. What a better way to start this shonen seasonal, starting with My Hero Academia Season 6. If there's one anime that I'm always excited about that comes out every year, it would be this. Seeing the slow rise of the League of Villains throughout these seasons, with also our young heroes climbing to the top, and seeing the climax that will be happening this season. Miracle in action is also another thing I look forward to the most as well, hearing a lot of manga readers saying that this is the one anime you shouldn't miss this fall. But this is what I have to say about that. Thick thighs don't save lives. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improved my farm related skills. Okay guys, how is this non-isekai? This anime fantasy has every generic boring story that most isekai has in the beginning. The only part it's missing is Truck-kun running someone over. But if this anime deserves something in first place this seasonal, it would be its long ass name and its CGI. We are back with Spy X Family Part 2, coming back strong after a short break, getting some more Waku Waku and Spy Undercover family action, but this time with a new addition in the family, a dog. But not any kind of dog. This dog is able to predict the future depending how far it looks ahead. And I have to say this now, seeing Anya and the dog working together is so adorable and amazing to see. I'm very excited to see how this story goes for this anime, because who doesn't like seeing a fake family slowly become a real one?
It's freezing. What gives?
I mean, it is December.
We're back with some more big titty. We're back with some more Uzaki-chan bothering her dear senpai with her big smirk of hers. I'm always impressed by how Uzaki-chan still finds ways to tease her senpai with also making the situation very ecchi at the same time. There's only two big reasons why I like this kind of anime. You would think I would love this anime series, but this is actually my fourth favorite out of all the teasy bowling genres that are out there of animes. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. We follow a young girl who has spent most of her life in a hospital room playing otama games to fill her time. However, she one day finds herself in the midst of a scene from one of these games as the story villainess. Wait a damn minute, this is just trapped in a dating sim. The world of otama games is tough for mobs, but just reverse gender roles. Revealing of the inner place. When I heard that this story is about a Chinese dynasty and it's from a light novel, it piqued my interest on what this anime had to offer. I'll be the first one to say it, my knowledge of Chinese culture is very small. With that said, I was very fascinated with the Tang dynasty style aesthetics, especially when it comes to makeup, hairstyle, and clothing for women and men. It's been a while since the last time I saw a Soji anime with some mystery in it. This seasonal is pretty stacked with Soji, and this one is my favorite one so far for this seasonal. Seeing the Raven consort interact with the Emperor was cool to see and want to see more of it. I would understand that not a lot of people would watch this by how hard it is to follow the story at times, but I will say to give this anime a 3-episode watch to see if you like it. Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. I gotta say, if I didn't watch the prologue before the first episode, I wouldn't have been invested if I only watched the first episode to start with. With that said, I am very excited to see some more 2D mech action-packed fighting with also how great the animation is, the character design, and also how these characters play their roles into the story. The politics doesn't seem too complex in this one, and just by watching the second episode, I can basically tell the plot twist that will happen later in this story. As some people that find Suluta's personality annoying, I actually find it charming. Seeing Suleta act different when she's in or out of her mech adds more to her character when it comes to loving mechs. With that said, I've only started watching the Gundam franchise a while back, so don't expect me to know too much of the Gundam lore. Housing Complex C. I was sad to hear that this original anime that is horror is only getting 4 episodes, so there isn't much room to get invested to this story or the characters in this one. With that said, the idea of plot seems interesting. The horror in this one is okay compared to some of the ones that I've seen in the past, but I'll still finish it cause it's only 4 episodes. Beast Tamer. Just like the title says, this anime is quite simple to follow. Seeing Rain the Beast Tamer being fired by the hero's party only to find that he doesn't need them at all. Rain seems really sweet too. I like how he speaks with the animals. It really shows his personality, especially how he treats the cat spirit compared to how other people treat her differently in the show. Also, that head pat is so adorable. Management of a novice alchemist. After seeing that tragic story of our FMC and having that sussy hairstyle, we get to enjoy a cute slice of life fantasy. Darasa working and studying hard to become an alchemist while also becoming the best one as well, and also becoming a shopkeeper just like her parents did.
Whoa! Diamond!
What's better than masked ninjas? Mask waifus. Seeing a modern day ninja blending in the eyes of society while have a secret war for power over clans was something I was not expecting. Seeing the MC having some amazing skills such as dodging Truck-kun from being isekai'd, almost getting laid on his first date only to find out that his girlfriend wants to kill him. So far the story is okay, but I hope the pace picks up faster or shows characters that put more impact to the story. The Eminence in Shadow. Hey guys, look! Truck-kun finally got hit. The thing that surprised me the most was that the MC didn't die within the first 3 minutes into the show. Instead, we get a quick rundown on how power hungry our MC was in his old world, where he would beat the shit out of bad guys with pure strength and skill. Holy shit, what's in that bag? Out of the isekais that came out this seasonal, this is the one that I quite enjoy. Not only does the MC have a bunch of hot waifus, but he also manages to Chunibyo his followers with his story, which then coincidentally happened to be true, reinforcing the whole thing. The only reason I'm not cringing to this anime is because it's not trying to be that serious in certain situations. The Human Crazy University. Sakate Hirofumi is a prisoner on death row for murdering his fiancée. He's also an undead man who has survived many desperate situations. Now a subject of their research, Sakate relates to them of his memories of his immortal yet unhappy life. Why did he kill his fiancée? Soon enough, the truth sheds light on a much bigger conspiracy. For the anime that is pure comedy, I don't really find anything comedic about it, but the story is interesting enough to keep me around, with also the way they animate this series as well. Reincarnated as a sword. Alright guys, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. The way they introduced the cat girl meeting the sword was pretty cool to see. Seeing the cat girl doing epic things with the sword that the MC happened to get reincarnated as, but after that it was pretty meh. When I first read the title of this anime, I had a really good laugh, wondering how they were gonna introduce this anime. With that said, this isn't the weirdest isekai title that I know so far, like reborn as a vending machine. I now wonder the dungeon. I was reincarnated as a hot spring in an alternate world, and I'm way too effective, but it's still weird a title for an adaptation so far.
俺の青春これでいいんだろうか
Roses are red, violets are blue, This version is cultured, and so are you. The amount of thickness in this plot is just on point. With how simple the story is, the pacing is great for introducing the chicks with no bullshit plot getting in the way. Even the description is bad at describing this anime. Just watching the MC trying to hold back by not helping the chicks as they fight the beast but only to get looted in the best possible way just makes me have a good laugh. Ecchi is the best tag ever, I think. We get introduced by a young lady named Eliana Bernstein, more commonly known as the Bibliosophical Princess, because she'd rather read a book than talk to people. One day, the Prince Christopher proposes a deal. He will protect her free time, and in exchange, Eliana will be his fiance in name only. But then a few years later, Eliana then discovers that Christopher has been talking to another lady. Now that Eliana only assumes the worst, that she will soon not become the fiance of Prince Christopher. The first episode gave a good first impression about the world, with also showing the relationships that these characters have with each other. But I believe after watching the second episode, it really cements the Philosophical Princess as something that people need to watch. This is definitely on top of the watch list of shoujos that is a must watch for this seasonal. We get another anime about cute girls doing hard work. This anime follows high school girls working on DIY projects as they struggle, fail, yet don't give up and see the project through to their end. The story depicts the lives of those girls as they take the first steps towards the future. And holy shit, you guys, Yua Surufu is probably the most laid back, most chill, wholesome character that I have ever met in anime ever. This will be my comfort anime for this seasonal. As someone that used to do carpenting, this anime just takes it to another level. For the people that has career fields that require building, creating stuff, then I guarantee you that you'll enjoy this anime very much. There's not much to talk about this anime but to admire the S tier animation and the continued progression of our MC Mob. And I'm not talking about Mob's physique percentage, but I'm talking about his steady growth as a character itself. I don't know how the director did it, but they made sure that the first episode hit very close to home. Hey guys, look, we're getting an animation about maid cafes with cute girls doing... What the fuck? We get thrown into this world following a cute girl, Nagami, as she has always wanted to work as a maid cafe, not knowing that her world of being a maid cafe will soon be flipped upside down. Wow, like gotta say they left no room or doubt about what this anime is actually gonna be about. This anime definitely reminds me about another original anime called Vivi Fluorite Ice Song that I thought was just a music anime, but wasn't. Which then brings us back to this anime that just has the tag comedy. There doesn't seem any jokes to be made besides how funny cute girls are singing in the background while I'm seeing a bloody massacre being played in front of me. Especially when a girl head is literally spitting blood over 70 millimeters. With that said, I'm very excited where the original anime will go, by how they take typical tropes in real life and flip it, like our anime otakus that love everything about Japan to being a debt collector that every maid manager fears. Oh yeah, and there's a panda as well. I wasn't sure what I was expecting when I first started this anime, but the first 5 minutes of this show gave me straight up a heart attack and anxiety with a bit of PTSD. Seeing our girl Hitori being an introvert as we all are, then learning to play the guitar because she dreams of being in a band. But after 3 years, Hitori still hasn't made a single friend. However, her dream might come true after she meets Nijika. So not everything seems lost, I think. Some quick things to mention about this anime is how good Hitori voice actress is, and also how they handle the perspective on how Hitori sees herself compared to how everyone sees her. As someone that uses the internet to talk about anime in a much bigger scale, as I can't talk about various animes in real life with friends, I still find this anime comforting even though my heart is having its own marathon race. I've been seeing sports anime for a while now, and they always have a sense of friendship in them. But this, lads and gents, this literally breaks the generic of friendship overcomes everything. We get introduced by a teenager Isekai that wants to become the best of the best when it comes to playing soccer.
Release it, and this time it's got to be, and it
But while playing soccer for years, he developed a habit of being a team player which held back his potential of being his best. But then this project called Blue Lock was introduced to our MC that would open his eyes of what it means to be the best soccer player in the world. The world building goes pretty hard, and each episode just impresses me even more to what this Blue Lock project can do to our characters. It doesn't matter if you were born in a rich family or that you were qualified for the nationals. They only care if you have what it takes, and they make sure that you give it your all, because if you get disqualified, you can never play in a soccer game forever. So you're telling me that there's a high school that allows two random people be put in a dorm whereby grading them on how they interact each other in a romantic way is how they will either pass or fail? I'm sold. Seeing how our MC Jiro has a hard time talking to girls but is able to talk normally to his childhood friend Shiori, which he has a crush on and wanted her to be his partner for the mandatory couple practical course, but ends up being partners with this gal named Wanatabi. And Wanatabi on the other hand hoped to be paired up with her crush Minami, but then finds out that Shiori and Minami are living together. So then Jiro and Wanatabi decided to cooperate with each other to reach top 10, which would give them the right to exchange partners if both couples agree. As much as I like romance, it can be cringe sometimes. With that said, if you pay close attention to the characters' actions, you may understand them more in their situation. This anime story is a combination of love and lies with Toradora in it. Oh yeah, ecchi is good by the way. I'm pretty sure that 99% of you guys already have Chainsaw Man on your plan to watch list, as the manga is very popular. With that said, we follow Denji throughout his days of poverty and he struggles to make ends meet. Having a sad tragic story, Denji was able to develop a beautiful friendship with a devil that has a chainsaw. After being betrayed by the Yakuza and left to die, Denji's devil friend gave his life to revive Denji and giving him new abilities. After taking out his enemies, catching the eyes of the official devil hunters who arrive at the scene, he is offered to work at the Public Safety Bureau as one of them. Now that Denji is out of the gutters, he'll be able to cop a feel of to achieve his simple teenage dream. As a hype anime, I kept my expectations at the low, and so far I'm actually enjoying it. I kind of have trust issues with MAPPA because the last time I was hyped with a trailer that MAPPA did for an anime and seeing the final results of the animation, I was a bit disappointed. With that said, they do a great job with blending their CGI and the 2D animation. But I do hope we get to see more hand-drawn action-packed animation that is showed in the trailers. All I have to say is that you'll need a heavy heart for this one. That is for sure. Is it me, or are we getting blessed by how much ecchi there is in this seasonal? I really love harem animes, and this one is an original and has a twist of the harem tag. Asahi lives the typical life of an average high school student, until he saw his fortune from a VTuber seeing his prediction become true, drawing 5 beautiful girls into Asahi's path, and soon he finds himself fielding 5 love confessions. Unless he doesn't find the perfect love, his love fortune may end up in one epic flop. Gotta say, the girls are pretty stacked in this one. We have a teacher, a model, a airhead, a trap, wait a minute, and a girl with glasses. Well, one thing's for sure is that someone in the studio has a thing about dogs humping people and the other is obsessed about bananas. Are we back in the 80s? Because I was not expecting a reboot of this anime. In this world, we follow this very perverted guy, Arturo, which I admire very much, having the worst luck in the world. Arturo is selected to represent humanity in a duel against one of the alien invaders known as the Oni that wants to enslave this world. The opponent he'll be against is the daughter of the Oni's leader, Lum. By a stroke of luck for Arturo that the duel is in fact a game of tag. Arturo happens to pull off Lum's bikini top, which causes her to lose focus in the game and loses. However, misfortune kicks in again when Lum mistakes Arturo's promise to marry his girlfriend Shinobu as the desire to wed Lum herself and decides she rather likes the idea. Arturo must now balance his crumbling relationship with Shinobu while keeping Lum happy, all the while flirting with every woman he meets. If I'm correct, I believe that Lum is one of the first few anime girls to represent the title of waifus and also the first darling. So If it wasn't for her character that got very popular, my precious waifu Noelle would have never existed. I gotta hand it to Studio David Production. From watching the first episode, they are doing a great job. And also, did you know that Lum voice actress is the same one that plays as Nagatoro from Please Don't Bully Me Senpai? If I was to lie to my friends, it would be that I wasn't the one that ate all the cookies from the cookie jar. In this anime, we get to see 4 cute girls that are friends with each other having a normal life in school. But half of that is a lie. It happens to be that these 4 girls are keeping one deep secret from one another. Second is able to read the minds of the same sex, but can't read the minds of the opposite sex. Tsubasa happens to be a trap that was forced by his older sister that wanted to trade places from schools. Chio is from a legendary ninja clan. She is also very skilled in being a ninja, but all she wants to do in her life is to be a somewhat normal girl. Rika is a lolly alien that is part of a military unit. She came crashing down to planet Earth during a battle with the Imperial Army. Going undercover as a sweet, adorable, innocent girl, Rika and the other 3 girls cannot let their secret out at any cost while going on a wild adventure by trying to be normal girls. This animation has a combination of actually I am and asobi asobase. From the synopsis that I've read, I thought this was going to be a lot darker, but it actually is more comedic. I know this type of video came out very late for what its purpose is for. With that said, if there's some of you that are still looking into the new stuff that came out this seasonal and found this video somewhat informative or entertaining, hit that like button. With that said, that's pretty much all I gotta talk about for this seasonal. Been your boy Perez Senpai, and I'll see you guys in the next seasonal. Hey, who's back for more fucking suffering? Haha.